Well, big boy Reliance Industries surprised shareholders with the Diwali bonanza. The board okayed a 1-for-1 bonus issue, the first in over 12 years. CNBC TV 18's Udayan Mukherjee caught up with the Reliance chairman, Mukesh Ambani, on the sidelines of the India Business Leader Awards jury round and began by asking him about the rationale for the bonus issue.
No, I think it was a Reliance tradition, a commitment that whenever we finish a value creation cycle, we make sure that everybody is rewarded. And in this value creation cycle, I think this was the biggest in our history, where we had nearly 100,000 crores of assets coming online. And it has improved India's exports. The natural gas has really helped the fertilizer, the power economy. And so after all the stakeholders, I think it was the shareholders' turn. And this was a commitment that we have made. This is something that we are committed to.
1 year has passed. I mean, as we do the IBLA this time around, do you think that reset has played out? Things have globally bottomed out?
Well, I think that what has happened is that there is much more recognition that it's a reset. When I first said this, people thought we were going through a cycle, and cycles come back. In my view, reset changes the rules of the game completely. So we're at a stage where, yes, we're out of the ICU, but we're still in hospital.
Still in hospital?
Globally. I still think that we need to see a clear recovery path in terms of how do we repair balance sheets, and how do we repair balance sheets of countries, balance sheets of consumers in the developed world. And within that, India is still a very small part of that world. And the good news is that our balance sheets are strong. The country is strong, our consumers are not leveraged, our corporates are good, and our economy has a lot of potential.
What strikes out in the IBLA list of winners or contenders this time around is that most companies seem to be India-focused. The export or global-focused companies have not made it to the top rung. And your company is fairly globally focused. Do you think global demand supply will improve, and these globally focused companies may continue to do better going into next year?
Well, I think that as the world readjusts, understands the resets, and charts out a path to repair and renew, right, there will be opportunities. And the challenge really is that one has to recognize that there is, on the back of debt, there is overcapacity. And that overcapacity has to rationalize. For Indian companies in virtually all sectors, the challenge really is to be the most productive, to be the most competitive, to be the most efficient, so that in every sector they have the opportunity to come out in the top quartile. And I think if we do that, we will not only adjust with the external world, but I think we will also create more value for our domestic markets.
How is your company positioned now, going from this IBLA to next IBLA? Is your growth trajectory fully defined in your eyes?
We've got a pretty focused growth trajectory, and we're pretty much on track.
So that was Mukesh Ambani on the sidelines with the jury round at the India Business Leader Awards. Deepak Parekh, another jury member, also sounded bullish on the Indian economy. The chairman of HDFC feels that the economy will be able to clock 6% growth this year, despite deficient monsoons and raging inflation.
I think definitely for India at least the worst is over. I see much positive growth. The GDP growth also will improve. We've had a little issue on the rains, on the monsoons, a little bit of drought. So food grain prices going up is a bigger concern. And you see the CPI index is already way above in double digits. So getting a 6.5% GDP growth this year, despite having difficult quarters earlier part of the financial year, is not an issue.
Well, that was Deepak Parekh, and you can catch that entire interview with both Mukesh Ambani and Deepak Parekh tonight at 10:30 p.m. only on CNBC TV 18.
Also